this week, the Wisconsin Badgers. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Nittany Lions will put toe to leather and we'll get started. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. So the Wisconsin Badgers will be in a hole thanks to that short return. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention, both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Got his man down the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Badgers racing to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Well, they tried to catch the defense napping. They're third and short on their own side of the 50, and everyone's thinking run. They go past, but the defense wasn't fooled, so the QB's just got to throw that one away.
He's got it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Penn State! How about that special teams play? The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense, the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you? Get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
Getting set for the point after. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive to get.
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. He's run out of bounds, but not before, turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Now the play fake. Hit as he throws. Working the middle. Touchdown, Badger! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower. And we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game. It looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Looking for blockers. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Nittany Lions offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reece, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Dropping back, it's Suggs. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it.
And the ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the tailback. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Man, defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
Swings it out to the flat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not... He gets a hand on it, it's blocked. That's a live ball. Defense has it. Racing down the left side. The 20. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Penn State 14, Wisconsin 7.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. He's going to pass. Fires to the right. It's caught. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers, and it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. Just got to complete a couple throws and keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference maker, a guy like Russell Wilson that were able to throw on first down, take shots, just make them so much more explosive. I think this guy has some of those traits too.
The quick out. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Badgers want to move quickly. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period.
14, Wisconsin 7.
They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They've changed into the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. To the ground to try to move the chains. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Badgers are moving quickly down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Slings it downfield. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting completion.
Now facing a 2nd and 10 from the 28 after that last incompletion. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Oh, picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. And the Nittany Lions get enough to move the chains. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Just a simple power play, power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a 4th quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Now on 2nd down. To throw, it's Suggs. Finds the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
Knocked down for the tackle. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, and this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Nittany Lions in the hurry-up. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Fires deep toward the end zone. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down. The offense set for a 1st down play. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. This offense has a second down play. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Snags it, and he will score! Touchdown, Penn State! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Finds his tight end. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Makes the grab on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Throws for the tight end. Hauls it in. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Comes out throwing on first down. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Feeling some heat. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Might want to muster up that protection. They had one blocked earlier. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Right down the boulevard, it's good. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll call for the fair catch here. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He's looking to throw it. Coming after it. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. What a snag by the defense. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's head back to a great scene there in Camp Randall.
And the Badgers will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
Dropping back, it sucks. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the...
Oh, it's loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. He's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Flanagan. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They are getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Roach.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Didn't get much. Picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
Well, after the tackle now, that sets up 4th and 2. And these offenses, they practice for these types of situations. It's not like they just have quarterbacks sneak in their back pocket for 4th and inches. They've got plays designed to go and get this, David, so it'll be interesting to see if this offense wants to roll the dice.
Yeah, and most of the time, I'm rolling dice. I'm going to be aggressive. And as a defense, you also know that too. And you're ready.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. He's looking to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Pocket starts to collapse. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Badgers send out the punt unit. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He will make the fair catch just a few yards shy of midfield. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, third down, fourth down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
Quarterback checking off. Back to throw. It's Suggs. He slings it deep to the left. Pulls it in inside the 10. Gets it inside the 5. Down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
They'll run it on first and goal. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the returner will be brought down. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Going to the running game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it in drive on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. And it's incomplete on third down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking for a gap. It's Flanagan. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Toss to the outside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Flanagan. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds.
Ball in the air, intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Offense getting set for first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
To the air on first down. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Defense in press coverage. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And he intercepts it. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Back to throw, it's Suggs. He rifles one deep to the left. It's complete, a huge pickup. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And the stomping has commenced. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. NC State delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the ACC. Trust me when I say the party is on in Raleigh. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with...
And the ball is intercepted. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Penn State. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. And he knocked that one right down the middle. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the big fella.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They're bringing heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. He's looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. And the Badgers will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. One more play to pad the stats. Dropping back, it's Suggs. Lets it fly. And it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the 4th. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination.